This is a decision that is bigger than any individual politician or government.
And so it turned out to be. David Cameron's promise of a referendum, ultimately the death knell of his leadership. The argument over Britain's place in Europe bringing his time at 10 Downing Street to a dramatic end. When Cameron first took office in 2010, it was against an unfamiliar backdrop. A coalition government for the first time in generations.
We are announcing a new politics.
In this new era, Cameron oversaw the country's gradual economic recovery, a shrinking budget deficit and a record number of jobs created, although the process of austerity was painful for some. Cameron maintained Britain's special relationship with America, joined the international coalition against ISIS, and welcomed the world for a highly successful London 2012 Olympics. When it came to re-election last year, even Cameron was taken by surprise when he won a majority. But that win came at a cost. Pressure from an increasingly disgruntled group of Eurosceptic MPs within Cameron's own party forced him to make a pledge.
Yes, we will deliver that in-out referendum on our future in Europe.
The Europe issue has divided Cameron's Conservative Party for decades.
I am not a British isolationist, but I do want a better deal for Britain.
In February, he went to Brussels to renegotiate Britain's position in Europe. He declared it a success, but his critics, including high-profile members of his own cabinet, said little had changed.
Explain to the House and to the country in exactly what way this deal returns sovereignty over any field of lawmaking.
Having failed to convince even some of his closest political allies, Cameron's position going into the referendum was vulnerable. He had already announced he would step down before the next election in 2020.
I am not standing for re-election. I have no other agenda. I have no other agenda than what is best for our country.
As Cameron steps down, the race to fill his shoes will quickly heat up. Max Foster, CNN, London.